tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11.
Hey, check 26.
Rodgers now to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
18. 58 right there. So we got man. Easy. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Watch twist. Watch the twist.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Single. Don't let 89 go deep. Whatever you do, don't let 89 go deep. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Check.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 43.
Check 25. Hey, flag.
This a give to Mack running to the right. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Coming to you. Over. Slant. No, check it. White left. 52 right here. 52. Here we go.
On 2nd and a yard. Rodgers, he's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 18. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Here we go. Check nickel. Switch. Sponge. No. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Ship. Check 99.
They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster. It all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Jump out!
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down. That's already the third time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the three.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on third down. On third down, a run by Mack. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a fourth down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Mike 54. Mike 54. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Go team, spill. Go, go.
Get that quarterback.
Let's go.
Throwing on second down now, Minshew. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone, and that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Charlie.
Just like that. Mark 55. Mark 55. Check the out. Check the out.
Ready?
On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. That one going to be complete to David Moore. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
Go. 70. Indy. Hey, 2.
Throwing on first down is Minshew. And this is caught by Evans. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Here we go, set, 18, Gator. Smith. You ain't doing nothing today. Fight.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, team 6, team 6.
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Dalton Schultz, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bills have taken the lead.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. The defense just has to hate those guys.
Just drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Watch the out. Watch the out. Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic.
Here's Rodgers to throw again. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Got to love the catch. I think you got to love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5.
You're not ready. You're not ready. 58 for Mike.
Now Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Cut. 58, right over there. Right.
Hey, wahoo!
Right there. Rip left. Rip left. 58's the mic. 58's the mic. Ready?
Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers under pressure again, and down he goes again. Myles Garrett able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Throwing is Rodgers. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Slam, 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 slam. Shift, watch the shift. Teammate. Lucky.
On the ground, it's Mack. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. 58.
Hey, Haywood.
Let him know. Let him know. 58, boys, 58.
Working from the gun. Rodgers gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
Hey, Mike 52. 52.
Jump out.
Mike 52. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, G.
Rodgers gonna go on fourth down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The former third-round pick, Justin Jones, bringing the lumber that time. But it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done. So I think going forward there was a...
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity For them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes, back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Back, back, back.
They'll run here with Mack. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
At the 18-yard line.
319.
58, right there.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Kelly, show left, Kelly.
On 2nd and 12, Rodgers. That's complete to Cobb. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down.
Yeah, Liz. Put a 50. Hey, you block over here. Give me that ball, defense.
On play action. Now Rodgers lets it fly deep for Cobb. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at about the 28. A great return there of 22 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
55 is my guy, 55.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. Kill, kill, kill. Check your hot read.
Check.
Check. Check hot route.
Right.
Check 3.
The drive starts with Foreman on the ground. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
At the 1-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Check tight, check tight. Check tight.
49, check 49, check 49. Hey, check 24, watch 24.
Check safety, check safety.
Check 4.
Whip. Watch the whip. Joker.
Right left. Shoot.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you termed that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay.
And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Aaron Jones, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half. Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
You got 58.
It's our time. Check 37. Check 37.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 43.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop him?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56. Watch the run, watch the run. Mike, 56. Mike, 56.
To throw is Rodgers. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 30.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is going to be intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Hey, exit.
Looking to throw it. Minshew. He's going to loft one deep. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Anthony Harris. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Pick the edge, pick the edge. Come. Watch edge, watch edge, watch edge. 56 to Mike.
They'll start on the ground with that. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hey, high 7.
Mike 56.
Back north.
56. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up.
26.
Switch. Check. Check 3.
Choco over here.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
If you're a defender, one of the fun things about playing zone defenses, especially in today's football, is that it's not as static as it was in the good old days, meaning you just dropped to a point and reacted to the football. Now you end up with a lot of man-to-man principles once you get into your zone defense. In other words, get to your assignment and then locate a guy coming into your area, and then you end up covering him almost man for man. That allows him to make more plays on the football like the one we just saw there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Check.
We are going.
Watch twist. Jam.
Inside.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. They'll run on 1st down. Mack. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And finally down at the 9-yard line. It's a gain of 34.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. They'll run here with Mack. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here.
You go to 50. Yeah, live.
Set 24. You go tight.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was trying to find Mo Alley Cox as tight end, but now it's third and goal. Well, you got a young quarterback, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Box it.
Get in the weight room.
Look at this.
Rodgers now on third and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. From 10 yards out, as his guys are back within a single score. Well, you can't get all the points back at once, but baby steps, a good start.
A start that was sorely needed, because this team looked like they might be out of this one, but getting a touchdown, getting back into it, gives them hope as they move forward.
Coming this way. Here we go.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. Now this time he'll look to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
It's second down and 10.
Ball on the 42 as they come up second and 10. They'll go play action here with Minshew. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Let's go.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up first and 10 at the 40.
Watch the edge.
Tight dog.
Now a run with Mack, and he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the fourth quarter. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I got you. I got you.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
90 Wolf. You can't block me. You can't block me. Dude. Any weapon. Hey, echo.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Minshew. He'll get this complete to the Notre Dame man, Equinemius St. Brown. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Minshew sets to throw. Oh, he's thinking end zone for Evans. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Equinemius St. Brown, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bills will add on to their lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Starting the drive with a give to Mack. And he'll wind up losing yardage here, back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's Rodgers. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
We got 4.
Jump out.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Returnable here for Davis. A field position changer there. 49 yards on the punt. Couple that with a loss on the return. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. They go play action here on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Now Minshew. That is caught by the former Gator, Antonio Callaway. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Hey, Delta.
They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. Fighting through pressure, shedding the tackle. And a big loss here as he's taken down. D Ford able to finally wrestle him down for what's just going to be a huge loss, and it takes us to 4th down as well. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. On the return comes Cobb. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. I don't think you got it now.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Get 300. Get 300.
56 to Mike, boys. 56.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Last play, they went over 20 yards. This time, they topped 30. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Rodgers to throw once more. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He completes it to Evans. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo 1st down. That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career. That draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Mike Evans, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the money.
Here's Rodgers to throw on third down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
Get 300! Get 300!
On first down, Rodgers. He's going to let it fly. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And now it's second down.
Set, ready? 15, line. 15 line.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here.
Hey, Charlie!
Check right. Watch 85. Let's go.
On second and 10, it's Minshew. Airing this one out for Evans. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. So with a big gainer anyways, they'll go ahead and take that instead of the pass interference call.
They didn't need the penalty. It would have been different, right, if they had somehow lost some yardage somewhere, but they did not. Gained all they could, down to the spot of the foul. Nothing to be gained by taking the penalty.
Down.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's first and 10 just outside the red zone.
2, 5.
Now Minshew on first and 10. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
From the 24, they'll go again on second and 10. Second and 10. And that That's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Intended for Dalton Schultz. Incomplete. It's third down. And 10 yards to go.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Minshew throwing on 3rd down. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
Incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead now up to 22.